Hey guys, what is up? Naughty Investor here. Hope everyone's doing well today. If you're watching this, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I've been gaining a lot of attention lately on the interwebs. Now let's get into today's video. So Ripple, for those of you who don't know, for the newbies out there, and there's nothing wrong with being a newbie, Ripple is a distributed financial technology that allows for banks to make real-time international payments across borders. It is of course an altcoin. It is a cryptocurrency, of course. That's what my channel is themed around, and I believe Ripple is set to explode. And here's one of the main reasons why. Ripple, unlike a lot of other cryptocurrencies such as EOS, has a clear vision. Now, I'm not saying EOS is bad, but EOS's main theme is it's sort of like Ethereum, but it's going to be a little bit simpler, and supposedly it's going to, not have transaction fees. And I'm not putting down EOS. I think EOS has potential, but Ripple has a clear vision. They want to be able to send payments real time for very low fees or potentially no fees, depending on where the currency goes and whether or not it forks or not, and two versions come out. So sort of like what's happening with Bitcoin. It's not uncommon for cryptocurrencies to do that. But yeah, now one of the big things about Ripple is its users, its financial institutions, people who are heavily invested in it, their ability to get the big banks involved. Now, I know this scares a lot of people because there are a lot of Bitcoin users and cryptocurrency enthusiasts who hate the big banks. But here's the thing. If the big banks are able to get involved, it's not as if Ripple's going to change. Ripple will still be Ripple. It's still not going to be a fiat currency. It will still not be a centralized currency no matter what happens. But if the big banks get involved and really pump some money into Ripple, it has a very good chance of exploding. And there has been a lot of interest from banks, from medium-sized banks so far, in Ripple. A lot of venture capitalists are interested in Ripple, and that's really what drives a cryptocurrency to go up really, really fast in a really, really short amount of time. Whereas Bitcoin, it took many years for it to get to where it is now. Bitcoin took a very long time. It didn't really get that much venture capitalist support at the beginning, mostly just nerds on the interwebs. Nothing wrong with that. But Bitcoin never really got, until later on, it never really got that venture capitalist support. People throwing single people throwing millions of dollars behind it. Whereas Ripple is really trying to make that their central theme. They are trying to get out there. People, they have companies, going door knocking, not literally, but calling phones of people who work at big banks, at big financial institutions, saying, "Hey, we have a really good cryptocurrency here that has a good chance to explode. Here's what it does. You could send payments across over here. You don't have to worry about going to get a fucking Western Union and paying huge fees. This is a technology that people are going to want to use in the future. Give us some money, or buy some Ripple." You don't really literally give them money. You're just buying Ripple or mining it or whatever. And yeah, I really think Ripple has a good chance to explode because it has a clear vision. It's able to go out and get the big banks, and it's really, really trying, it has a really, really dedicated, base of people using it, whereas some cryptocurrencies are just kind of like, people will use it, but they're not super dedicated to it. It's kind of like a secondary currency for them. Ripple is very unique. Very unique. And, yeah. So yeah, guys, that's really it for this video. If you enjoyed it, again, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. It helps me out a lot, guys. It really, really does. And I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day.